Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Gazer, where we talk about everything Star Wars and more. In today's episode, I wanted to discuss something with you guys that I think all creators have a video of. I wanted to discuss my favorite Star Wars movies in order. I will preface this with saying that I actually don't count any of the sequel movies at all. I personally think that they're a bunch of hot garbage, so I will not be mentioning those movies at all. With that being said, here are my favorite Star Wars movies in order. Coming in at number 1 is The Empire Strikes Back. To me, this movie is such an instant classic. I think Irvin Kershner did such a phenomenal job at giving us such a strong and unforgettable movie. To me, Empire feels different, a good different, than all the other movies. I enjoy the darker tone to it and the savageness of Darth Vader. There are so many iconic lines in The Empire Strikes Back as well. From "The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet," to "We would be honored if you would join us." And of course, the classic line from Lando, "Well, what do we have here?" I think also the creation of Bespin and Cloud City is such a cool concept. And there's just so much to love about Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. And for me, it ranks over Revenge of the Sith because of the simple fact of the nostalgia of Empire Strikes Back. With that being said, coming in obviously at a very, very close second is Revenge of the Sith. I think that if Empire didn't have the nostalgia factor that it does, I probably would have chosen Revenge of the Sith as my favorite movie. Revenge of the Sith is amazing for so many reasons. It is amazing to see the culmination of the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I think it's amazing to see the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan at the end of the movie. And to me, it'll always be the best lightsaber fight to date. And I think it has yet to be matched in intensity and skill. And to see Anakin be put into that infamous suit, I think Revenge of the Sith is just unmatched for its overall grandness, if that's a word. Coming in at number 3 for me is Return of the Jedi. I think this movie is so beautiful in so many different ways. I think ultimately the beauty of Return of the Jedi is culminated in Luke being able to turn his own father, Anakin, back to the light side of the Force and helping to redeem Anakin as Anakin does end up fulfilling the prophecy of him being the chosen one as he ends up destroying the Emperor to save his son. And to see Luke take that mask off and we get to see Anakin again. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scene, and I think it's super well done to see that culmination. Coming in at strong number 4 for me is actually the Phantom Menace, and this might surprise some of you guys. I know sometimes the Phantom Menace receives a lot of backlash for some of the things that are in it. But for me, this movie actually holds a super special place in my heart. The Phantom Menace actually came out when I was 5 years old, and it happens to be the very first movie I've ever gotten to see in theaters. And so it holds a special place in my heart. I love seeing Qui-Gon and his attuneness to the Force, and I love that heart-wrenching moment as he dies, not the fact that he dies, but the heart wrenching moment where he dies and he passes on the torch of training Anakin to Obi-Wan. I think for me, it does receive a lot of backlash for different things, such as Jar Jar Binks and some other things. But again, I just it holds that special place in my heart because of when I was able to see it. And again, it's the first movie I ever got to see in theaters. Number 5 for me on my list is Attack of the Clones. I've always loved the Clone Wars, especially as you read stories regarding the Clone Wars, and you end up realizing that a lot of what happens was all manipulated by Palpatine and ultimately by Darth Plagueis. I think it's also interesting to see Anakin begin the turn to the dark side, especially as we all know when he kills all of the Sand People, not just the men, but the women and the children too. They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them. It's just such a powerful line in that movie. And so that's why Attack of the Clones is number 5. And last, but certainly not least, is A New Hope coming in at number 6. Now, this is in no way saying that I don't like A New Hope at all. I actually do love A New Hope. Uh, Especially for the simple fact that this movie would end up going on to revolutionize the industry. And this movie would be the beginning of the franchise that we all Star Wars fans love so dearly and hold so close to our hearts. So there it is. There is my favorite Star Wars movies in order. What do you think of this list? And what is the order of your favorite Star Wars movies? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe to see more content. As a reminder, at 100 subscribers, I will be doing a free giveaway. So please share this channel with fellow Star Wars fans and subscribe. And may the Force be with you always.
Fulfill your destiny.